Friends, I want to talk about the Passover. The Passover is a week away from today. Friends, we are commanded in the scriptures to keep the feast. Friends, I'm here to tell you that Passover is one of the feasts that we are to keep. Yhwh tells us in the Torah to keep the feast. The feast is a command. It ain't a suggestion, it's a command from Yhwh. We are to keep the Passover. Passover is a week away. Keep the feast of Yhwh. And what are the feasts? To get to know the feast, you have to get into the Torah and study Torah and talk about Torah and study Torah as Yah shows you to study the Torah. Friends, I'm here to tell you that the Torah is the very word of Yhwh. Bereshit chapter 1 verse 1 says, in the beginning Yhwh created the heavens and the earth. If you're out there today, Bereshit in Hebrew is Genesis. If you're out there today, get ready for next week. A week from today is the start of Pesach, which is Passover in Hebrew. Friends, it's going to be an exciting time to do Passover. Michael Root's got plans for Passover. Get with somebody. If you ain't got nothing to do on Passover, get with your family and keep Passover. Do what the Torah says and keep the feast of Yhwh. You will find when you keep the feast of Yhwh that they will be fulfilling to you, friends. That you will enjoy. You will enjoy keeping the feast, sitting down and keeping the feast. So friends, I'm here to tell you to keep the feast of Yhwh. If you want to find more about Passover, read Smoked Hebrews Exodus chapter 12. Chapter 12. There's every true story about Passover in the Torah is wonderful. I read Exodus chapter 12, but I read them all. I read everything about the feast. This was the beginning of Pesach. What is Pesach all about? Pesach, which is Passover, was all about Yhwh delivering our people from the bondage of slavery by Pharaoh, friends. And today you are finding people that are in slavery today, whether it be sin, whether it be people, or Babylon. Until they come out, they're not free. And then when they come out, when they are delivered by Yhwh, when they celebrate Passover, they'll know that Yhwh has delivered them from bondage. Our people, Israel, was in bondage to the Egyptians, which is Pharaoh. And Yah told him, let my people go. He kept telling them through Moshe, let my people go. All throughout Smoked, you will see, let my people go. That's what Yhwh said to Pharaoh. But Yah hardened Pharaoh's heart because he refused to listen to him. Why? Because Yah was going to show his mighty power in all the earth. He's going to show his mighty power in all the earth to let people know, you mess with Yah's children, you will have a sea close on you. Because by the time Yah got through with Pharaoh, the sea was on top of the Egyptians, and they were no more, friends. Pharaoh was no more. And Pharaoh was wiped out. And if you read Smoke chapter 20, Smoke chapter 20, Smoke in Hebrew, 20, I want to give you one of the verses there. Smoke chapter 20, verse 13 says, do not murder. That's one of the 10 words of Yhwh. Now, there are 613 commandments, friends. 613 commandments. But I want to focus on one of the words of the 10 words, which is Smoke chapter 20, verse 13. Smoke chapter 20, verse 13 says, do not murder. That's a mitzvah to Yhwh. That applies to every one of Yahweh's children, no matter who it is. And if you disobey that mitzvah, you will get the consequences of what Yhwh says in the Torah, friends. So, friends, I encourage you to keep the mitzvahs of Yhwh. They're very important to the children of Yhwh. So, friends, today, if you're in bondage, call on Yhwh to set you free, and do what Yhwh tells you to do in the Torah, and keep the feast of Passover, keep the feast of Yhwh, and when you sit down and keep the feast, you will know the meaning of what it means for Yhwh to deliver you from bondage, friends. Israel knew how it felt to be freed from slavery, friends. They knew how it felt. So, friends, I'm here to tell you, Yhwh is Yhwh, and the word of Yhwh is the Torah. So listen to what Yhwh tells you to do, friends, because it's very important to you. It's very important to your life, to your whole life, because Yah's word is true. I want to go over a few Hebrew alphabets. I've been learning Hebrew alphabets. I want to go over 3 of them with you. One of them is Aleph. Aleph. A-L-E-P-H. Aleph. Aleph. That's the first one. That's the first alphabet. Okay, the second one is Bait. Bait, okay? B-E-T. Bait. Okay? And the third one is Gimel. Gimel. And this is what a camel is called in Hebrew. Gamel. Gamel. People can ride on a camel. What is a camel? It's a camel in Hebrew. Camel is camel in Hebrew. Don't let thieves mess you around. What is thieves in Hebrew? Thieves in Hebrew is wolves. Thieves is wolves. Okay? Yod. This is my yod right here. This is my yod. What is yod in Hebrew? It's hand. Hand. Yod is hand. So, friends, as we go by these days, as Yah teaches me the word of Yhwh and Hebrew, I'm going to help you. I'm going to help all those out there. These videos that's coming up are going to be called Education of the Torah, because that's what it's all about. Educating you, showing you in the Torah that we are to obey Yhwh's teaching instructions, because Yhwh's teaching instructions is the Torah. And these series can be found on both my YouTube, Gary Learn, and the Torah's own channel. On both channels, I will have Education of the Torah, and it will be about teaching the Torah and helping people understand that the Torah is for today and it's not been away. So, friends, I'm here to tell you, may Yhwh bless you and keep you. May Yhwh be gracious to you, make his face shine upon you. May Yhwh lift up his countenance upon you and give you shalom.